Welcome back again, ladies, gents, and Pikachu-chus in their tutus. So yeah, I've got another word to add to the Wokeipedia, another one of my useful descriptive terms, the Homo-Socialist stooge. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, well, what's one of those? I don't think I've ever seen one or met one. But you'd be wrong, you've seen plenty of them. So, a homo-socialist is someone who has the cover story of a wife and children, or a husband and children if it's female, and a moralistic view of society, kids in good schools, good jobs, ethical views of things. But secretly, they're socialists. They're actually dirty socialists underneath all that. So all of that is just to hide their intentions while they bring down society. Now, this particular species of arsehole comes in various different, variations, if you like, or different genus. You can also get a Woko-Socialist, which is pretty much the same, but instead of it being completely surrounded by socialist dogma, it's completely embedded with woke dogma instead. So it's just as nasty, just as vile, just as worth avoiding if you're anything like me. On the rare occasion you'll actually find an Islamo-socialist. But I mean, it's barely worth thinking about those because they're a trend, I think. So it's like the trans accepting Islamic folk. I don't see that lasting very long, especially now that London is decidedly stepping towards an Islamic era. Anyway, going back to the topic of the Homo-Socialist, I would include people like Hugh Edwards, the recent BBC presenter to be flung out the window because he has been a rather naughty boy. And the reason I would describe him, in particular as a homo-socialist, is because he obviously doesn't really have any faith, any respect, or follow the systems of law and government and authority and morality that this country offers. What we do. He doesn't agree with that because he thought he could get away with it as long as nobody found out. No evidence, no crime. Only there was evidence. Notice a particular type of approach, a type of strategy that he used in dealing with the preceding fallout after he'd been discovered. So he straight away said mental health, don't attack me, I'm the victim. And that's something you'll see very, very commonly with the Homo-Socialists, is they're always the victim, even though they're always on the attack, always happy to have a go at other people's flaws and, forgive nothing. When it comes to them, well, then of course it's a different story altogether. And it follows that if you yourself are not a homo-socialist, or you don't want to be allied with such people, then you should be able to detect who it is based on their behaviour and the things that they've said, so that you can go about avoiding them wherever possible. So be on the lookout for that virtue signalling approach to life where everybody's at fault and the fault's constantly changing, so the goalposts are on the move. You never know who's next, or whether it's going to be something you've done in the past or something you plan to do in future that infuriates these people. Secondly, they are very adept liars. They have absolutely no emotional problem, no hiccups at all in lying to you and lying upon previous lies, building a narrative over a long period of time. Thirdly, and most importantly, they try to get to their enemies through the system of, it's like death by 1,000 cuts. They won't do anything big that leaves evidence. They won't want to infuriate the authorities that they hate so much and fall on the bad side. No, that's reserved for protests. What they'll do is they'll eat away at the corners of the things that you like, the normalities of life, and they'll just destroy a thing here or there, or they'll say a word here or there, try and stay out the limelight, and they'll irritate you into doing something big. So it's almost like gaslighting is one of their main ethos tactics throughout their lives. Finally, they flip-flop when it comes to politics, culture, anything where a strong opinion is required. They won't sit on the fence because they'll continually complain about people who do that and call them evil, racist, or, some sort of a bigot. No, what they'll do is they'll drive towards an extreme position so that they can bait others into an extreme response, and then they'll criticise that extreme response. So that brings this piece on the homo-socialist poser, aggressive, annoying species that we're going to have to contend with, to a close. Watch out for them. Hopefully you're not one of them. Probably not if you're watching this channel. So, like I say, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye. Bet you thought it was going to be something to do with gays, didn't you? You pervert. I would never. Anyway, see you later. Bye now.